What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Coming at you with another quick Master Duel video, kind of aimed towards new players. I know a lot of new players really want to get into this game. They really want to learn. And I've had quite a few people ask me, what are some good hand traps? What should I run? What are some good staple cards that I should be running? So, here you go. Look no further. We got a list of a bunch of good ones. I will say, if I've forgotten any, you know, feel free to put them in the comments below. I did not include like staple, like extra deck monsters or staple trap cards because you can't really slap those in any deck, but these cards you can pretty much slap in any deck if you have the room for it. With some obviously being better than others, but these can be options. So, Effect Veiler has always been, you know, solid. You can just discard it during your opponent's main phase and then, you know, negate the effects of a monster, which can be very good. Very solid for sure. That can completely negate their effects, which is nice compared to like Ash, which just negates like the specific effect that's being activated. This just keeps their effects negated, which is nice. But this is only during the opponent's main phase, so just keep that in mind. Duel and Lockbird can be very good for like a very search heavy deck like Sky Strikers or something. If they need to search multiple times to get to their combo pieces and you duel them, their turn kind of ends. So that is a solid hand trap to use. Maxi is the best hand trap in the game by far. If you're not running this at 3, you should be. Unless, of course, you're trying to like wait on ultra rare dust to craft it. This should be one of the first things you craft with your dust. This is the best card in the game right now. It is absolutely insane. If you activate Max C, your opponent has to choose to make you go Super Plus or not really full combo. It's so good. Ash Blossom, a solid hand trap, hits a wide variety of things. Can hit spells, can hit monsters versus something like Effect Veiler, which can only hit a monster. But Effect Veiler, like I said, will fully negate the effects, where Ash just stops the one effect. Ghost Spell, this can be solid, especially if they're trying to banish a card from the graveyard. This can be a solid hand trap to use, or a special summon from the graveyard. Yeah, this isn't as good as something like Max C, but this can definitely be solid in certain situations. Skull Meister as well, when a card effect is activated in the opponent's graveyard. See, these things are things that aren't too like are too unlikely to happen, versus something like Cherries, which is like super specific, and obviously we can't side deck, so unless you really hate a particular deck and it's a terrible matchup and you want to put Cherries and actually main deck their extra deck card, these are going to hit more things and be a little more active. Nibiru is definitely a standard hand trap, kind of just kills decks that can't really make like an Appaloosa or a negate before 5 summons. Heroes get destroyed by Nibiru, so Nibiru can be an option. Harpy's Feather Duster is a pretty good staple. I would say out of the spell and trap removal though, Cosmic Cyclone is the best. Cosmic Cyclone, just banishing your opponent's card instead of sending them to the graveyard, especially for things like Eldlick, is very strong. And Cosmic doesn't destroy the card, it just banishes it for 1,000 life points. So even if you're playing like a niche deck like Pendulums and you can't destroy their cards, you can just banish it. Also very good against Pendulums to banish it as well. Dark Roller No More. This could be very good, and just like Forbidden Droplet, to kind of just stop monster effects and your opponent can't respond to it with monster effects, to kind of get through a board that's full of monsters and full of negates. Droplet is better if you're trying to OTK and you don't mind discarding. If you really don't want to discard, or you don't necessarily need to OTK and just need to kind of negate their effects and break their board, then you can use Dark Roller. Chalice is a great budget option. Instead of something like Droplet to just negate an effect really quickly. So this is a good budget option, but Droplet is better. Lightning Storm, of course, a great staple going second card if you have a going second deck, to deal with back row, to deal with monsters. Very versatile. Going second. Twin Twisters, you know, destroying spells and traps. If you're playing something like Eldlick or something like Altergeist, there are some pretty back row reliant decks that are still in use. And again, I think Cosmic just banishing their cards is better, but still, the back row removal can be good as well. Cobra the Grave is absolutely necessary, one of the first things you should craft with Maxi at 3. Very good. And another one that I just thought of, what is that Crossout card? Yes, Crossout Designator. This could be very good too with everybody running Max C. What you can do is you could go ahead and banish Max C from your own deck to negate the effect of Max C. So that could be very good. That could be another option as well if you want to do that. If you have deck space, because not every deck will have deck space. Evenly matched can be good if you have a going second deck. Unfortunately, if you're trying to OTK, you lose your battle phase. But if you're just trying to break their board and set up a board of your own, it can be good. And then Impermanence is a standard hand trap that could be very good. You could use it from your hand if you control no cards on the field. Or you could save it for your turn to negate like a problematic card, like, I don't know, whatever's on the board that's preventing you from doing what you want to do. Unfortunately, this does target. One thing that's great about Droplet is it doesn't. So yeah, I would say the best hand trap on this list is Max C. And then you could kind of argue the rest. I think Droplet is a very good staple right behind that as well as Cosmic being very strong. So in a nutshell, these are just some good kind of staple cards you can throw in most decks. For those of you who don't really know what you should be using, like I said, focus on the Max C. Droplet can be very good. Cosmic can be very good. Ash is a very standard generic hand trap that hits almost everything, and Crossout can be very good against Max C as well. I don't see too many people running this. I've only seen one person run this. So yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you want to see more Master Duel videos, subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting a lot more like this. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Peace.